Hey guys, this is Tagene Bean from Money Coaching Services, and I'm here again to talk to you about your money. So today we are going to talk about 3 strategies to help you reduce your expenses. But before we get into the details, I'd like you to hit the subscription and hit the notification, like the video if you enjoyed the video, and you can leave some comments. So let's get right into the video. So we're gonna start with number one. Number one is persons don't realize that there are different things that they can do with their expenses. They control their own expenses, right? Different persons have different expenses. We don't have the same expenses from grocery go right down, right? We choose the expenses that we want to spend money on, right? Okay, so number one is pausing an expense for a time. Now, I did a consultation for a couple, husband and wife, and their thing is that they couldn't see any way how they could reduce their expenses, what they could do. So I said to them, so okay, you're gonna use this method, right? As a matter of fact, I taught them the 3 methods. So first I taught them how to pause the expense. So in their case, they had something that they were investing in, like each month they'd pay over to a brokerage account to invest in something. But I said to them, okay, since you're working towards a specific goal that is coming up in a couple months, right? Because the wife, she was pregnant, she was expecting a child, so she wanted to get the money so that she would be able to pay for the costs of getting the baby, getting the delivery, and the costs for hospitalization and all those things taken care of. And they couldn't see where the money was coming from. And these couple, they were making good money. One was a lawyer, and the husband was a lawyer, and the wife is an assistant in a law firm. So I said to them, what I want you to do is, because the baby will be coming like in the next 3 months, I wanted to pause certain expenses. So I looked over their budget. So you too, you can look over your budget. You know, you have certain expenses coming up. Look in your budget and see what expenses can be paused to facilitate probably a new expense. Or it could be that you just want to save up some additional money. So you're just pausing the expense so that you can have more cash flow, you can have more cash to save for that particular month. So you can pause the expense depending on you, right? So pause it like about minimum, I would pause the expenses for 3 months, right? So you can pause things like subscriptions, things like that. Pause things that you don't have to pay them every month, like your light bill and your grocery and so on. Pause the other expenses that don't come under housing, transportation, utilities, and yeah, those areas. Pause the other things that you don't necessarily have to do. You just do them because that those are the things that you like to do, right? So number two is what we call reducing the frequency. Now, a lot of people I know like, or most people like entertainment, like to go eat, like to go socialize, and a lot of times I don't think people take in consideration what happens if you're the type of person that go out every Friday night, every weekend, right? These things, although they are necessary to some degree for you to feel happy, you understand? You can reduce the way you do it. Like sometimes instead of you going out every Friday night, have your friends come over and you have a house party per se. So you would have a situation that you may find yourself spending less because you're gonna reduce the frequency of you going out or things. Are you buying a shoes every month? Are you buying a dress every month? Pause the frequency and change it. So I'm gonna give you two examples. One, for those of you ladies who like to buy like a new pair of shoes every month you get paid, you buy a new pair of shoes by every other month. You see that? You're changing the frequency. And if you change the frequency of how you spend your money, you will end up with a situation that you have more money left back because you have changed how often you're doing that thing. Right? For the going out now, the going out is a little more expensive because when you're going out, you do hair, you do nails, you do your makeup, you buy a dress, you buy your outfit. You understand? So there's so many other things that you're gonna be spending on because of one occasion, right? And you're also gonna have allocate spending money for the evening. So what some of you might do is write down all the things that you would normally do when you're going out. You write down your hair, how much it would cost you to do your hair. The dress that you would buy, how much you'd normally pay for a dress to go out, or you gentlemen, how much you'd pay for your outfit if you're going out. Write it down. And total how much the whole night would cost on a normal basis, right? How much you would spend on a Friday night. And then instead of every Friday, those of you who seriously want to spend, you might cut it to just 2 times per month. You go entertainment, right? Or for those of you who you want to save, but you're not in any big rush to save anything and you don't want to feel any restriction, too much restriction in your lifestyle, we recommend that just 1 week out of the month, you don't go out. You keep that money and put it aside for savings, right? So that would be reducing the frequency. So if you used to spend money on something like 5 times for the month, you spend money on that item. Figure out a way how to spend money on that item, like 2 times for the month, 3 times for the month, 4 times for the month. Anything less than 5 times for the month, right? So this is the way we're kind of reprogramming your mind now to think about how is it that you can get your expenses reduced so that you can have more money saved, or if something comes up, you have a little money for an emergency fund, right? So number 3 is basically the one that most people don't like, which is cutting the expenses all together. Some people are like, oh my God, I don't know what to cut because everything is important, and they go on and on. Honey, think about it this way. If your salary has been reduced, like I know some people's salary have been reduced thanks to this thing called COVID-19, then you will have to figure out what is going to stay and what is going to go. And if you have challenges in doing that, what is going to happen is that you're going to have all of these expenses, these loans, these credit cards, all of these things hanging over your head, and you will have that additional stress when the banks call you and ask you why is it that you're not paying your loan or your credit card. What you can do though, if you fall into that category, don't wait on the bank to call you. Call the bank and tell them that you're experiencing challenges and let them give you a payment plan. So if your salary has been cut, do not sit down and feel sorry for yourself. Go to the bank and tell them what is happening, and you make some arrangements as to how you can get some of these bills paid, or some banks will allow you to just pay the interest on the loan for a while. You understand? So these are ways you can kind of get back on your feet. Now, as it relates to reducing your expenses, some people feel that their money is them. Meaning, if they don't have any money, they don't have any self-esteem. If they don't have any, they link money to their self-esteem. This is not correct. The purpose of money is not to give you self-esteem. The purpose of money is to give you more options to create more money. Right? So don't think about you reducing your expenses in one area as to say that, oh, you're not doing well, or your situation will not improve. As a matter of fact, you can also look at reducing your expenses in one area so that you can probably save more or invest more, right? Because what would be the purpose other than if you do your budget, and your budget indicates that you're spending more than what you earn. If you're spending more than what you earn, it is an emergency that you spend less. So you figure out which one of these strategies you're going to use, or if you're going to use all three strategies to help you to get to the point where you are spending less than your income. So if you're earning 200,000, if you spend 200,000, that's not a problem, right? But you should not be spending more than 200,000 if you get 200,000 as your income, right? Just for peace of mind's sake, right? For those of you who are already spending less than your income now, focus on saving. And then once you have saved your emergency fund, for those of you who don't know, an emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of your expenses or your income, because you should not be spending more than your income, right? And anything else, start learning how to invest. So guys, this Saturday we are having a training on Zoom, and it's about personal money management, and I'm going to give you all the tips and strategies that I have in my bag. Yeah, so look in the comments. It's gonna be the pinned comments, and you're gonna see what that event is about. So click on it and look on it. It lists down all the things that we are gonna talk about, all the ways you can reduce your debt, how to deal with irregular expenses. So Saturday at 6 p.m. will be our event, and it's entitled Personal Money Management. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. And guys, thank you for joining me today. Click subscribe and hit the notification to get more videos, and see you in the next video. Bye.